Last night's party was lit, and trust me when I say that is not an exaggeration. Oh my gosh, the housemate and the viewers had the time of their life. And you see this particular DJ Dope Caesar, she deserves a raise. In fact, Big Brother has to double her pay because she killed it, as in she murdered it. What was that mixing? Oh my gosh, the housemates turned up. Like, I couldn't even believe that I got up at some point and I started dancing in my living room. Like, the housemates had the time of their life. I feel like virtually all of them were drunk. You know, I even saw Doyin at some point dancing with the bouncers. It was just, you know, a time to be alive. This DJ literally took us to a place of ecstasy, and I'm not even joking. Okay, so I'm about to fill you guys in on all the shenanigans that happened yesterday, all the random events. You know what I'm talking about. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with the Ceec and Ike wahala. Okay, so you guys know that Ike is Cece's personal person and he's the closest person to her in the house, right? So yesterday at night when they were sleeping, Ilebaye wanted to tell Ike something and he drew closer to her to, you know, hear her properly, right? And she was gisting Ike. She was just telling him something random, and Cece was sleeping on the other bed, and it's the way she backed at the both of them that they should take their gist elsewhere because she was trying to sleep. And Ike wasn't having it because I'm a grown-ass man. You're not gonna speak to me in such a manner, okay? So he lashed back at her, and you know, they had back and forth and all of that, and he proceeded to leave the room. Okay, Cece discovered, she just realized immediately, or be almost immediately, that she was wrong, and she followed him to apologize, and they went back into the room. I feel like Mercy was right when she said Cece was a nice person, but she didn't know how to manage her friendship, because why did you have to back at them? Like, it was just a harmless conversation. Okay, now let's talk about how Doyin was drunk. Head of house, or more, Big Brother don't buy market. Big Brother don't buy market. I even saw a comment that said if Doyin won the head of house again, Big Brother will not accept, as in he will not accept at all. So Doyin was super drunk yesterday, and she proceeded to sleep on the couch in the living room, and Big Brother called her and she was like, she wasn't going to go. Kimoprah had to come closer to her and be like, Big Brother is calling you, need to go. And she was like, no, he needs to know that I'm drunk, I'm not gonna go. I was like, is the audacity, honey, the temerity to say you're not gonna answer Big Brother's call. Oh my, Big Brother don't buy markets, not be small markets. In buy markets, in no pay. He's literally in debt in the hands of this housemates. Okay, now let's talk about Angel and Soma's conversation about Venita being angry at her for choosing Doyin over Adekunle. Guys, several weeks ago, Venita approached Angel to choose Adekunle for the Pardon Me, right? And Angel actually went to other people to solicit for votes for Adekunle to win, but they refused, right? They didn't want Adekunle to win, and she decided to join the bandwagon and you know, join people to vote for to choose Doyin rather. And instead of choosing Adekunle, it's just a waste of votes, because if she chooses Adekunle and Venita chooses Adekunle, I mean, he'll still not win because 2 votes ain't enough, right? The mistake Angel made was that she didn't tell Venita that she was going to go for Doyin afterwards. And when the Pardon Me was over and the winner was announced, and that was Doyin, Venita got angry at Angel, and that was several weeks ago, but unfortunately Venita was angry at Angel. She didn't want to speak to Angel anymore, and it had continued ever since then, right? But what surprised me was why Angel was angry. Like, she was angry, yes, she was still angry yesterday that Venita spoke to everybody and she refused to speak to her. She was still reminiscing on the issue, and I was like, I don't understand, because I can remember vividly yesterday Angel was trying to speak to Venita, and you know, Kimoprah inserted herself, and that's why she lashed back at Kimoprah. So they were speaking, right? So I don't understand why she was still angry that Venita is mad at her for not choosing Adekunle and picking Doyin instead. She was so angry. She was like, or she said what she said, and that the ship will not last, this and that. I was like, it's not even necessary. She even succeeded in dragging Nini. There was a time Nini did her birthday, celebrated her birthday. She was the only one that sprayed Nini money. And more Angel. So from his facial expression, I could see that he was so exhausted. He didn't want to be a part of that conversation, but he had no choice. Let's talk about Ilebaye. She made a complaint about Neo to Prince last night. And if you guys can recall, during the Ilebaye and Wipe Money saga, Neo was on Wipe Money's side like he was speaking to Angel and Ilebaye, and he told them that that system shouldn't have been switched on by that time. So Ilebaye was, since Angel was, responding to Neo, Ilebaye told Angel that silence was the best answer for a fool, thereby referring to Neo, and that actually got Neo exasperated. And ever since then, he had been making underlining snide remarks about Ilebaye. There was even a time Ilebaye was telling Pere to excuse her, and Pere was like, who is that, and Neo said to Ilebaye's hearing, that's dust. He's been making so many snide remarks about Ilebaye, and Ilebaye noticed it, and she expressed her annoyance to Prince, and she was telling Prince that even if she made that statement that silence is the best answer for a fool, that Neo was supposed to approach her and tell her, okay, you made this statement, I don't like it, and then she will apologize, and that she's no longer going to be friends with Neo, that Neo's energy is fake and he does things for the camera, that he was actually the one making Tolani Badge to be angry at Ilebaye, that's herself, and that he will go to Tolani Badge and tell her something totally different, and come over to Ilebaye herself and then tell her that, oh, Tolani Badge is just a friend, this and that, and then go to Tolani Badge and give her the impression that Ilebaye was the one forcing herself on him, all of that. So he was the mastermind behind the altercation they were having, the verbal altercation they were having, and that he was a fake person, this and that. And in my head I was like, Ilebaye, calm down. You are not the one to tell people how to react to your BS. You cannot say to someone's hearing that silence is the best answer for a fool, thereby referring to the person, even the most peaceful person in this world will react to it. Do you understand? And then not expect the person to react to it, and or you still want to choose how the person will react to such a statement. No, you don't do that. In this case, I feel like Ilebaye should be the bigger person and approach Neo, tell Neo that, okay, this is what is going on. I said I made this statement and you've been making underlining slide remarks about me. I apologize. Can it end? You cannot say because I made this statement you're supposed to approach me first. How about you not making such statements at first? How about you not making such snide remarks at first about him? If she didn't make that statement, Neo wouldn't be making such underlining snide remarks about her. It's as simple as ABC. Anyways, guys, Pere and Sissy were able to squash their beef. I think Pere was the one who approached Sissy, and she was just complaining about how Pere had been the closest person to her prior to the show, and it was just strange to see him switch up on her, be in the midst of people speaking about her in the most vile way ever, using derogatory words and even contributing to it. They just squashed their beef. Anyways, let's talk about the altercations, plural, verbal altercations that happened during the Pepsi tax. Oh my gosh, it was a lot. The first altercation was between Venita and Alex. Now what happened? They were playing the first round, and Ilebaye, I think Ilebaye won, yes, and Alex was of the opinion that Ilebaye actually touched the chair, because the instruction was for them not to touch the chair, and Doyin, the head of house, said Ilebaye did not touch the chair, right? So Alex was like, no, Ilebaye actually touched the chair, this and that, and he actually brought about an altercation, and Adekunle was trying to side Ilebaye, and Alex was saying that no, she actually called Adekunle a liar, and that actually got him exasperated. That's how his wife Venita inserted herself, and she was like, you have been dishonest right from time. Who are you to call someone a liar? You're not the one to speak about fairness. You have not been fair, this and that. And before I could say Jack Robinson, I saw Venita's leg on the air, and she was telling Alex to come and lick her anus, or come and make good use of her tongue in her anus. That's how Alex gave it back to her. Face Adekunle and tell him to do that, and if his own is not working, go and meet somebody else. I was like, gay, a verbal representation of, for every bass there's a corresponding and befitting boast. Oh my gosh, I just love the way they were getting at each other, this one, that one. Venita was giving it to her, Alex was giving it to her right back, this and that. She was even, Venita was just standing up, demonstrating, so dramatic. I was like, hey, kilo shele, what's going on? Now let's talk about the verbal altercation that happened between Angel and Kimoprah. Okay, so apparently Angel was speaking to Venita, right? I feel this happened after the altercation that happened between Venita and Alex. Okay, so all of a sudden Kimoprah inserted herself, and if you guys can recall, Kimoprah has been angry at Angel throughout the week, And the reason it was because during the super commando task, the last round was for them to, you know, solve an addition, like an arithmetic, right? And that was where Kimoprah failed and Ilebaye won. So Angel made a snide remark and she was like, a simple arithmetic you don't know. And that actually got, you know, Kimoprah exasperated. So ever since then, she's been hopping from one housemate to another, speaking ill about, you know, Angel, and Angel has been, you know, hearing it and all of that. So when she inserted herself, Angel just gave it back to her immediately, like, I was not talking to you, you didn't find my mouth, I was not talking to you. And oh my gosh, to my greatest surprise, Kimoprah was mute. And in my head I was like, Kimoprah, kilo shele, kila pe, kila ju, why are you mute, honey? I mean, you had a lot to say about Angel throughout the week, and here she is in your face and you're just mute, facing the other way. Nah, that's not how we roll in this Lagos, okay? Face your fears, face your paro, face your basbos. You can't be switching face and be smiling, you know, in a fake way and all of that when you're supposed to be giving it back to her, okay? I mean, it was just so crazy seeing Kimoprah keep mute, and Angel was moving forward to her, and Ilebaye had to stop her and be like, no, even though he was telling her, okay, this is sponsored tax, let's be calm, this and that. I was like, Kimoprah, you form my hand. All these things you've been doing is just mouth, Abby. Anyways, guys, share your thoughts with me in the comment section about all of this gist I just filled you in. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on your post notification to be alerted ASAP when I post a new video. You know the vibes. It's your girl Zini with undiluted gist. Bye.